Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hey, what's up, baddies? It's April with the Phoenix Collective. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you guys are all having a great day. And I just want to express my gratitude to all of you. Thank you for being here. And if you're new, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I am an intuitive and a tarot card reader, and I use tarot to do some narrative-based therapy. Okay, we look at where we're coming from, where we're going, and what's going on right now. We evaluate our subconscious and what we don't see in the world around us, and we use it to put the pause on things and reflect on the lessons that we have and the tools that we have to be able to make the next right move, to quantum leap and quantum jump into our highest timeline. Yeah, we're putting the pause on things, guys, and we're manifesting the world of our dreams. Okay, and this is just by positive intent and the lack of resistance. We're going with the flow of things. All right, we are no longer forcing outcomes and trying to manipulate the world around us. Plain and simple. We're putting the focus on ourselves, not everybody else. All right, so there's no spiritual bypassing in this. All right, you actually have to stop and evaluate. All right, so kind of some real powerful messages in just the overall general energies of the cards that I picked up on. I've got the Pisces card, which is a connection to your intuition. All right, and being clearly connected to your guides. All right, so good job, guys. We are able to be in a present state and be in the flow of things to get clear messages through the crown, see things for how they are through our third eye, and speak the truth and use that sacral energy to move us forward. All right, to manifest. All right. These mean the same thing if you ask me. The North Node and the ninth house purpose. The ninth house is you're taking big steps in your personal and spiritual growth. New doors are opening up and you're ready for a higher alignment with your divine purpose. That is the North Node, okay? And we come into our North Node through our South Node. All right, and that's through that dark night of the soul that I talk about. That's a complete destruction of who we are and the loss of everything, and where we actually lose connection with a higher power. And through that search for meaning, we end up in our North Node, completely changed people, having had a spiritual awakening. All right, so we are getting grounded in our root chakra energy. That means we are firmly planted to the earth each day in this 3D reality, and connected at the same time to the 5D to balance perfect harmony with what's being channeled in and how we're acting on the earth, which is perfect, which allows you to be present in the moment and create this world of our dreams. So you guys are doing really well. And in the 5D, the angel we have is Satel, and he's to help with great works, protection from adversaries. Okay, so whatever you're working on right now is in alignment with your higher self, your purpose, and you've got Satel in the 5D, making sure that happens. All right, I'm gonna connect in with my prana and do some breath work and pull some cards, and I'll be right back. If you haven't already done so, please hit the follow or subscribe button. It's the best way to help out the channel. It also is a form of energy transference, so it allows you to put your energy into what I do so I can pick up on you more easily in the cards. I am taking a break from medium chat, so all private personal readings are closed for the holidays. Okay, and I'll let you know when I'm going to get back up on that, but I'm working right now more on my meditative practice. All right, so I am doing some personal work, and yeah, you'll just see. You'll have to get dipstick in here with the collective readings until I'm back out there on the beat. All right, so you're not going to feel a thing. I'll be right back. Hey guys, it's April with the Phoenix Collective, or a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to the process and journey of rediscovering who we are authentically. We're moving outside validation, we're reprogramming, reparenting, and we're getting back to ourself, right? We're removing substances from our body, and we're careful of what we put into our body, and that's emotions and the food we eat, and just in general looking at our health and our daily practices and rituals to move forward in more of a calm state. Okay, it's a more of a meditative state, where we're able to stop and use that channeled information. We're not clouded. Our judgment's not cloudy anymore. All right, and that's really what I'm picking up. We're moving forward with in our North Node. So we've processed through the pain of our past to be able to be motivated now with purpose. Okay, that's ninth house energy is what I'm picking up, and this is a personal and spiritual growth. To get into the North Node, it's imperative that you come up through the South Node, and I mentioned that Carl Jung quote a couple weeks ago of reaching the roots of hell in order to reach the heights of heaven. You have to understand what true evil and what really the mask that people wear, and remove yourself and wake up on this planet so you can see the truth. Okay, but without those experiences, we fail to relate, and then we're just acting out of fear. Okay, so we're fear doesn't influence our decisions anymore. We can see it for what it is. We have the truth. It's very apparent. Our third eye is open. We've activated that pineal gland through the process of self-healing, which, I mean, definitely picking up today is very protected. We've got the King of Swords over the Four Swords. So we're definitely protective of our peace and our quiet time and our contemplation time. We don't move the same way we used to move. Okay, we're not motivated by our lower natures of this Page of Pentacles in reverse energy. I don't normally take cards in the reversal. They came out today, so I'm rolling with it. But this is a very avoidant energy of numbing out, checking out, ulterior motives. So I'm really feeling that we possibly have some people. We possibly have some people from our past. I'm getting a mature woman energy who maybe has some animosity over our growth. Okay, you guys, people are experiencing some sadness over our growth, because it inevitably moves you away from places, people, and situations and environments that we've outgrown, plain and simple, and we don't want to go back to. We've ended those cycles. Okay, we've ended that cycle. We're in the Wheel of Fortune, which came up over this three of Swords. So these are situations, people, places that really really are not filled with that Christ consciousness. Okay, plain and simple. Jesus is in every religion. Okay, so obviously we all know that his importance on this earth and his teachings are what should guide us. And that's really that heart activation at the chakra. Okay, so if you are in situations where people aren't acting within the teachings of Jesus Christ, that Christ consciousness, then it's not meant for you. Okay, somebody that truly loves you, or is meant to truly love you, should treat you the same way you treat them. And if they don't, then they're not for you. Okay, and the King of Swords he's that Sigma energy. Really, it's logic. It's a logical authority that rules with this. It's air energy, so it's fast, but it's logical. So it's mental, it's verbal, and it's Sigma energy. So it's boundaries. Okay, it's an emotional independence and an emotional intelligence to navigate the world. And once you have that, you're not ruled by your emotions anymore. Okay, so people in the past that maybe have hooked you in with this, with a lot of ego, a lot of ego and a lot of words and false promises and faulty foundations, but are just manipulating, are really cut out from our path. And it's because of that but it's from that pain. You guys, great works of art, great works have been accomplished from that energy. Okay, from that dark night of the soul energy. And that's a great place. That sacral energy is a great place to create from. Okay, and that's transmutation. It's when you take the pain and you turn it into your superpower. And the collective I'm talking to has definitely done that. And you're going to see some abundance from it. Okay, this is that Page of Pentacles. That's that seed of prosperity. So you're definitely have taken your pain and you're moving forward in that to see some abundance is coming your way. So, you know, this King of Swords energy, I always pick up as a protective energy. So this is our guides, this is our angels, these are our folks in the 3D, our ancestors that are whooping ass and keeping people at bay to block them out of your energy. Okay, there is a spiritual war. There's a spiritual war going on, guys, and people, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it isn't real. All right. And so these places and people that you've come from in the past, you're in a lower vibration and you're just trying to get your own needs met at the expense of other people. You're not acting in that Christ consciousness. And you don't realize, but you're making contracts with the devil and negative entities. And as you're moving forward, any kind of negative intent or manipulation or mind fuckery that you cast on anybody else, the spirit of jealousy, of not wanting someone else to succeed, greed, power. I'm picking up a whole lot of power in this. You've really broken away from the emotional manipulation that people had over you. So they can't approach you in that same energy anymore. So you are free from that. And then I've got Satal in the 5D here, who is, he's helped with great works, protection from adversaries. So whatever you're working on right now in that sacral energy that's coming from pain, it might look sloppy, but move forward, okay? You don't move like other people move. You're a sovereign being. All right. And as you get into that, your authenticity and being who you are, you don't give two fucks anymore about people from the past anyway. You really don't. And you don't really care about outside validation. You're moving forward with the right foot. Okay. It's all for healing and helping others heal. There's no other motivation than that, is to help one another, because that law of one states, right, that we are all connected. Okay, and by you healing, you're coming up on that other side of the wheel, right? It's the same thing. That same wheel is from your south node into your north node, which forces other people to start waking up too. All right, we all have contracts with one another to do that. And as you start to heal, you're activating those contracts and you're ending contracts as well. Okay, because as you heal, you're fulfilling your end of the bargain. So don't forget your rituals of karmic cord cutting. Once you feel like you have learned your lesson from those people, you forgive them. Okay? And by forgiveness, I mean you accept the lessons that they have taught you, but you no longer have to move forward in this life with them. And by ending those contracts, calling in Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel to help you cut those cords, you'll stop feeling that pull towards them or the need to prove yourself to them. All right. I always say that energy of needing to prove yourself to people is a great place to start. It's a good catalyst. It's a nice little lighter action to help you move forward. But eventually that has to be resolved to be doing that for yourself, for your own evolution and your own happiness. And I feel like we're there. We're definitely putting in work that is starting to see results. Okay, and we're building stability for the future of our family. And now this is generational wealth, okay, for your children and your children's children. Okay, and like we're moving forward in that, like full speed ahead here. All right, so yeah, but your growth as you pull away, especially with the holidays coming, and people are starting to see you for you. The veil is thinning, guys. The veil is thinning. And as you start to heal, you're waking them up too, and they start to realize your purpose in their life. And they're starting to regret what they did to you. And so I'm picking up on some people that are, even checking into therapy. Checking into therapy, trying to, but I still feel like that's a little bit self-motivated too, because they're just trying to resolve their karma. Because I get some people that are a little bit unstable at the moment. But you have to remember, what you put out there is what you get back in return. So if you've put out ill intentions on anybody else, if you put somebody down and then put more action into keeping them down instead of helping them and loving them, it's going to come back to you. And everything that you wished on them, you will start to experience. And I'm getting that, and that's just natural part of this wheel, guys. Natural part of this wheel. And so they're trying to avoid some towers, but honestly, it might be a little bit too late. Okay, it might be a little bit too late, and we got some people that are pretty sad right now. Okay, this could also involve a mother. I got the Pisces, and this is the two fish, the son and the mom. He was tied to his mother for his entire lifetime. So a lot of Pisces have mother issues, but it also could be your guides and your ancestors, and just connecting into that and being able to see situations for what they are now, because they're very apparent as you start to heal yourself and actually only accept people, behaviors, and actions that are the same as what you give out. You're starting to reap the rewards, okay, and get back what you put in. And your guides are leading you in that direction, and you just have to be quiet, okay? Let's see here. I think that's all I got for you guys today. We're going to keep it short and simple because I got to go back out for Thanksgiving part 2 here. All right, so just, hey, remember that we're all connected. We're all part of this interwoven tapestry. All right, and that when we cross over after this lifetime is done, we see our karmics, we see our friends, we see our families, okay, and then we experience the actual feelings of them and what we've done to them and what they've done to us, and let that motivate you, okay, because they were put into your life to help you learn the good and the bad. But the goal is that we all wake up and remember that we are creators. We're here to create the world of our dreams. And we do that by healing ourselves. So we've got this energy, this King of Swords energy that is protecting that peace. So it's all right if we're taking time right now to be introspective, to be alone. That is kind of, I know for me, that's the best space, without outside influences, for me to create. So it might look, you might be a little isolated right now, but just balance that with good practices. Join a meditation class or something, anything you can do to further your evolution at this stage, okay? Because it gets a little tricky. It gets a little tricky a couple years in to the process. We might have some stagnancy. So we've got to start adding a little bit more to our evolution. All right. I love you guys so much. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm grateful for every single one of you. Remember that we're all spiritual beings living this human existence. We're all suffering the human condition together. Love and light. Namaste.